Hey everyone, I'm Ananda, the Galactic Mystic, and this is Navigational Astrology. And it's finally the end of these retrogrades. We have a gorgeous Virgo new moon. I had to come out here to the garden to see the chickens. I'm in between one-on-one clients right now, and I just had to record something really quick for you guys just to kind of celebrate, you know what I mean? I don't know about you guys, but this year has been a bit challenging. And these recent retrogrades the retrograde cycles of Venus and Mercury, they have changed everything. And at long last, check out these tomatoes, huh? At long last, we are finally at a point where we can maybe look forward to finally having some momentum again. Hear those chickens talking? They really want treats. Okay, so here is our new moon chart. This Virgo new moon is happening on September 14th, 2023 at 9:39 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. And let me just say, am I the only one who has been living this sort of weird, floaty, like time out of time experience? I was sitting in front of my altar last night, realizing that I felt completely untethered. And I actually had the image of myself just kind of floating and having all these strings cut. And having strings cut is a good thing. We're free, we're not carrying a bunch of baggage, but it's this floatiness, this I can only describe it as feeling untethered. And the reason the reason I'm mentioning this is, like, all week I've been thinking that this new moon was Thursday, but that Thursday was the 5th. Like, I had the dates wrong. Like, I can't keep track of what day it is, what day things are happening, the dates of things. It's just ugh. So along that vein, for this new moon, Mercury is still technically retrograde, but he does station retrograde tomorrow on the 15th. Now I'm saying that and I'm like, is it the 15th? It's the day after the new moon. So yes, on the 15th, Mercury will station retrograde. Station days can often be weird, especially for Virgos and Mercury's, for Virgos and Geminis, or for those placements, people who have those rising signs, or etc. So the reason I'm saying this, if you've been feeling stuck in the mud, like, it may not be right away that the minute this new moon hits that you feel this fresh of breath air is what I was going to say. So yeah, doing great. Breath of fresh air. But give it a minute. Give this lunation like a good week to settle in. By the time we get to the first quarter, I think a lot of us are going to be feeling alive again, feeling inspired again, feeling as if, gosh, maybe we do have something to look forward to. We may be feeling like the new path ahead of us is actually something we can do, that we don't feel defeated by it. We feel inspired by it. And truly, this energy is saying, do what feels inspiring, do what feels fun, what feels lighthearted. There's so much heaviness in the world. We're not doing anybody any favors by continuing on with any kind of drudgery. Like, that's done. You know, don't be afraid to change. This new moon, I'm skipping ahead a little bit. Let's kind of stick a pin in the chart for a minute. This new moon is conjunct fixed star Denebola. 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 Actually, I've never heard anyone say it out loud. I don't know. I think it's Denebola. This is the beta star in the Leo constellation. It's towards the tail. And this is the same area of the sky that we have this comet. This, it's not quite a like naked eye visible object from what I hear. I have not been able to spy it. We've had too much cloud cover. But it's there in the same area. And when we have visible comets, they always portend a time of change. And this star, Denebola, has a Uranian type of energy about it. It's like, it's about progress, about pushing the boundaries and the edges of what we even think progress is, about doing things that are new, about innovating. For example, you know, some people say there is sort of a disastery quality to this star as well. And I'll let you decide if you think that's relevant in this case. When the Titanic launched, the star Denebola was conjunct the ascendant of that chart. The Titanic was a marvel of technology, of engineering. Of course, we know what happened, etc. But that thrill, that rush of the excitement of this endeavor, that's the energy that I'm feeling coming in with this new moon. Okay, so here's our new moon at 21 degrees, 59 minutes of Virgo. Here is, look, we have a beautiful, grand Earth trine with Pluto, with Uranus, and with the new moon. Okay. Now, this area of Virgo is also connected with the Ursa constellations, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, and then we also have the Draco constellation that encompasses both of them. And this whole section of the sky is rather circumpolar, meaning it sort of rotates around the North Star, around Polaris, around our true north. And there's this kind of natural connection with cycles, with the wheel of the year, the wheel of time, the karmic wheel. We do have the equinox right around the corner. A lot of people are finally enjoying a little bit of a break with the heat this summer. And all of these things in combination can just make us feel alive again. This new moon is saying you have this opportunity, but you can't just sit on your heels about it either. You have to do something, and you have to do something a little bit Uranian, a little bit different. So do, as you are making your plans, you know, say you sit down with your journal, you're like, all right, I'm writing my intentions, I'm setting my goals. Make those goals be goals you've never set before, or at least tweak them in a way that is new, different, more fun, because this Earth trine, this grand Earth trine, is a portal that we can put our intentions into. And if we put our intentions followed by our action, our diligence, our commitment to growth, to improving, to evolving, to maturing, we will reap real results in our real life in a real way. We're beginning a whole new 12-month cycle with Virgo, with this energy. And the fact that that it's beginning like this, on this positive note, is amazing. And look here, mutable earth energy is the dominant. Now you may think, well, duh, Ananda, this is a Virgo new moon and Virgo is mutable earth. Yes, but this is the overall energy. And I will tell you, for a very, very, very long time, and my deep divers know this, the people in my private community know this because I've talked about this forever, because it's been the scene forever. We have been in fixed earth energy for a very long time. Fixed earth energy is about staying put and digging deeper where you are. And that is a very fertile energy, but it can get really old and really stagnant. And we finally have this mutable energy when we're like, oh, yay. We get the mutable energy is like the harvest. We get to like see some fruits, or at least see the potential for some fruits. I'm off on a tangent. So Venus, Juno conjunct, still beautiful. This is, you know, the Venus retrograde in Leo has changed how all of us are aware of how we want to be seen, what we want to put out for others to see, how we want to express ourselves, all of that. Make this new moon part of that commitment, part of that real change of like, you know what? I'm really going to commit to myself in this way, in this way, in this way, in this way. A lot of people are also having a wonderful time in their relationships with this energy. Yay. And also, there have been a lot of heartbreak, a lot of change in people's romantic relationships. And so let this new moon usher in a new age of mutuality, of commitments that feed you, that also give you an opportunity to serve. Virgo loves the care and feeding of a partner, but not in a martyry way. No, in a way that is truly fulfilling and nourishing to both people. No martyrdom. There's no room for that anymore. No. If it doesn't give you joy to give, don't give. Take some steps back and go within and see, what is it that I'm really needing right now? Asteroid karma is still a little bit conjunct Saturn. So, you know, we are reaping some things, reaping some seeds that we have sown in the past. Some things are being balanced. That's as it should be. This trine with Uranus is really the biggest deal here. This new moon is also opposite Neptune. For some people, this is going to include some snap out of it wake up calls, or really having some of those land that maybe we've been not wanting to see, not wanting to look at. This new moon is going to require that we look at that we see it. I also just noticed that Vesta has ingressed into Cancer, and Pallas Athena has ingressed into Libra. So we have both of these asteroid goddesses at critical degrees of cardinal signs at this time. So that's pretty interesting. I will tell you that Pallas Athena is always in the room when we are in a situation with our romantic partners, when we meet somebody significant for the first time, when a truth lands about this relationship, when a breakup, whenever there's a major relationship event, Pallas Athena, either in the natal charts, transit, the composite chart, is always in the room. So the fact that she's at 0 degrees of Libra, and then we have Juno, Venus conjunct, Vesta, 0 degrees of Cancer, this tells me that the way that we are operating in our relationships right now is sort of on critical high alert. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in an acute awareness type of way, because it is in the sign of Virgo where we learn how to be in relationship, where we do the work on ourselves so that we can be a good partner. So if you are partnered and you're refusing to grow, this needs to be your wake-up call. If you are in a partnership with someone who refuses to grow, this may be your wake-up call. This stagnancy that we've been in, sometimes lengthy stagnancy, one of the purposes of that is so that we can really, really feel and see what is. Because there's nothing else to see other than what is, right? We can go deeper in what is. And for those of us who have been doing that, a lot of that through these retrogrades, there's going to be an awareness, a shift. We can use this earth portal to put all of our intentions, our wishes in. And if we are doing our part, if we're saying, I want this change, I commit to doing it this, to doing this, this, and this. I'm going to do it whether I want to or not, whether I feel like it or not. I commit to it for real. I commit to it every day. This is when magic happens. This is when miracles happen. This is when the universal energies support that type of earthly mastery. Happy new moon. All my love to you. I'll see you soon. Denebola. 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 I think it's Denebola. I'm okay, I promise.